Hey everybody, what's up? What's going on? I know it's been a while, huh? I've been busy. I've been real busy. I've been doing some big things. Just came off a marathon. That's right. Your boy ran a marathon on March 1st. I got a video working on it right now. That should be released here shortly. But I'm reading right now this World Health Organization and myths about the coronavirus. It's crazy. I'll put the link in the description. And man, I can't believe some of the stuff. One of them is dousing yourself with Lysol. It says it on the can that it kills the coronavirus, but it's not for human skin. Also, too, hand dryers are not effective in killing it. UV lamps do not kill it. Let me see. Thermal scanners, I don't even know what that is. Can spraying alcohol or chlorine all over your body kill the new coronavirus? I didn't know there was an old one. Answer is no. Don't be dumb. Is it safe to receive a letter or package from China? Yes, it is. People receiving packages from China are not at risk of contracting the new coronavirus yet. Actually, I think Amazon paid them to say that. Because could you imagine? Everything comes from China and Amazon would be bankrupt. It'd be great. They'd have to be bailed out. You know what I mean? That is crazy. Can pets at home spread the new coronavirus? The 2019 NCOV. At present, no evidence. Chinese hamsters are safe for now. Do vaccines against pneumonia protect you against the new coronavirus? No. Man, this sucker is like Rambo. It just busts through everything. It's crazy. I don't get it. Where did this come from? I don't know. If you watch Facebook or anything like that, it came from a lab in China, deep inside of a mountain, and it's made to kill everybody all at once, or maybe not. I don't know. If you're into, I don't know, I kind of like that Facebook thing. It's like a James Bond type movie type deal. But we'll never know. But it is spreading like crazy, so everybody be cool. If you got a fever, stay at home. Stay away from loved ones, things like that. Get checked. So I am selling anti-coronavirus bottles of purified water, which can help prevent you from getting the coronavirus at $50 an ounce. I'm telling you, it is a steal, literally a steal, but I am selling them, okay? $50 an ounce. The price goes up with the demand. I'm sorry, it's just the way the market is. But yes, if you want to prevent yourself from getting the coronavirus, I have $100 bottles, vials of water. Tap water. That's right. It's crazy. I don't know. Scary times, but every year we seem to have some kind of epidemic and whatnot. As long as Dustin Hoffman and that little monkey aren't around, I think we'll be okay. Also, too, check it out. It's baseball season. Been having a lot of games. I know it's preseason, early in the season, whatever, and it doesn't count. But personally, I'm near and dear to the Oakland A's. I hope they hit the series. I'm just partial to them, always have been. Who else? Houston Astros. Man, I don't know. Bad News Bears, okay? From back in the day. Where'd they go? They went to the Houston Astrodome. They met everybody who they had to meet, and they went there. That's right. The Bad News Bears went to the Astrodome. What famous baseball player did they happen to meet during that show? All you old school players out there, you got to know this. It's just a part of baseball. If you call yourself a fan, you got to know this. Bad News Bears. Who did they meet at the Astrodome? It was a famous player. Tell me now. But who's your team? You tell me. Are they worth it? Are they going to do anything this year? I don't know. Are they going to cancel baseball games because of the coronavirus? Are they going to do this? Are they going to cancel events? I heard, what was it, South by Southwest in Austin may be canceled because of the outbreak of this coronavirus. And they just can't contain it, can't control it. It's crazy. You hear it on the news all the time. It's taken over. I mean, it's taken over politics, and it's election time. I hope everybody went out and voted and got their vote in. Hopefully it still counts. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a couple billion to throw down on a campaign or anything like that, or, to kind of boost my vote. But hey, it's part of the process. So as long as everybody got out, did your duty as an American, did your duty, did the right thing. That's right. Go out and vote. Handle your business. All right. Here's the deal. I got asked by a viewer, we were having a conversation, and I got asked to bring up a question. And it's kind of a little sticky, heavy question. It can be, has a potential. But we were talking about old ways, old traditions, things like that. And the question came about, I know from my generation before, definitely, I'm not so sure about now, hearing the phrase, stick with your own, because only your own can understand you. That was prevalent back when I was younger and used to hear it, all across. Didn't matter who you were, what your background was, anything like that. It was just a more calmer form of segregation. I guess you can call that systemic or whatever they call that nowadays. But people grew up hearing that, and we were talking about it. And, did that promote racism? It definitely promoted segregation. It promoted some pretty sticky social environments and social situations. I don't know. Is that way of thinking still prevalent nowadays? And is it even necessary? The best thing we could come up with in talking was if you had came from a different country and you were 100% grew up in that country, and then you come over here and there's a huge mix here versus coming from a set culture where, 99% of the people are the same. I could see saying that and following suit, how that could apply there. And in doing so, that's not even racial or anything. It's just probably easier for them to assimilate into the culture. That seemed like an understandable scenario, but the conversation we had could have went for, if we taped it, it would have went for about, 2 to 3 hours. It was pretty interesting. I love having conversations with people when both parties can talk, not get offended, and it's a juicy topic. I love taboo topics, I really do, especially when they can be talked through. So the question was asked, they wanted me to ask it, is that way of thinking still going on today? And is it necessary? Is it something that we need? And if we teach it to our kids, does this promote racial bias? Does it promote segregation? Is it even worth it to have in the social curriculum? That's right. That's a big word, folks. But, it's true. Like I said, in my generation, it was something that was said. It was the underlying tone in society, whether you want to admit it or not. The generations beforehand, there was extreme segregation. So is it prevalent nowadays? That's the question. Is that something that is still being said? Is it something still being taught? And does it have a place in today's society? So there it is there. Leave it in the comments. Or if you don't want to leave it in the comments, you can email me at cigarchingon@gmail.com. If you don't feel comfortable. I know people get a little bit squirrely. right, putting their opinions out there and whatnot. But like I said, it's a kind of a heavy, it's a funky topic. You know, it can be, especially if people are stupid. It really goes nowhere. But like I said, I enjoy talking about taboo topics, talking. All right, talking. That involves two people listening, two people talking. I know. If my wife heard that right now, she'd be, "Who the hell is that?" But but yeah, that's the question. Does it even have a place now? And if you know, did you hear it as a child? It was like I said, just the social undertone, whether people want to admit it or not. You know, everybody wants to be real nowadays. Well, that's part of being real. So we live in a huge melting pot. We really do. There's so many. It's just a buffet of people. You know, those old times and those old ways need to be put to rest, and these new generations need to progress the way they should. I don't think the new generations know exactly how much control they have for their future. I don't think they're being taught that, things like that. But let me know what you think, either in the comments or on the email. And I enjoy any feedback. I love any interaction with the nation. I really do. But I promised, hey, if you got a topic, I'll throw it out there, you know, as long as it's not, well, no, I'll throw out whatever. It's toilet talk. You guys can handle it. But let me know what you think, all right? And yeah, pretty heavy. I know, people, we're everywhere today. I swear, I'm back in the studio right now. I had to feel like I was back at home. As you can see, look at this. That's right. St. Patty's Day is coming up on the 17th of March. This whole month, a big old celebration. Good food, everything, I'm telling you. Now, I'm a history buff, as you guys should know by now. March 17th, 461 is the original date of the celebration of St. Patty's death. All right, he died on that date, and it was a huge feast to celebrate his death. He originally had brought Christianity to Ireland, and still being honored today, to this date. I think it would be just cool as shit to go to Ireland on St. Patty's Day, just to feel the vibe, smell the food, see the people, hear the accents, everything, just to get I don't know, soaked in that culture. I think it would be super cool. So the holiday is a celebration of his death, okay? Ironically, his nationality is, he was Roman. He was a Roman, came to Ireland, and brought Christianity. Now, why do we wear green? Back in the day, people believed that green made people invisible to leprechauns and fairies, fairy-like creatures, things like that. And leprechauns and the fairies would pinch people that they could see. So if you weren't wearing green, they could see you. Eventually, that evolved into people pinching other people who weren't wearing green. But originally, that's why people wore green, so they would be invisible to these creatures. Corned beef and cabbage. Man, I love it, especially with a little bit of sourdough bread and like a lukewarm Pepsi or something like that, or a Coke Zero. That's some of the best food ever. I love it. Yeah. I really love it. I love homemade corned beef and cabbage. I've had it a couple times in my life, and it's an awesome meal. What else is big on St. Patty's Day? Shepherd's pie, which is apparently lamb and veggies, kind of like in a pot pie. I've never had it, but it sounds really good. Also, too, Irish soda bread. I've never eaten that, but like I said, one day I'm going to be in Ireland. I'm going to be smelling all this firsthand. I'm going to be eating it, everything, enjoying the festivities, all that. Also, too, a little bit of luck, folks. A little bit of luck. You remember these movies back in the day with that little ugly bastard. It was crazy. But yeah, St. Patty's Day. I think for this month, what I'm going to do is I'm going to showcase a couple musicians celebrating the Irish heritage. Most famous, everybody knows U2. You get into the hardcore crowd, Dropkick Murphys. That's right, folks. They always have a big concert in Boston, and they just celebrate their Irish heritage and things like that. There's some people from the Bay Area that I'll put in the description and whatnot, and we'll just celebrate St. Patty's Day for this month. Also, too, if you're of the Catholic origin, Lent has started. No meat on Friday. We'll get into that next episode as to why people do that. Different religious beliefs and things. People look at it and like, man, that's kind of crazy. I know I look at other religions and I'm like, you guys are crazy. I don't know. People probably look at me and think the same thing, but it is what it is, folks. Also, too, well, the music I wanted to mention because, as I had stated before, I ran a marathon here on March the 1st, and it was my second one, and I'm not a professional runner, not at all. I do like the challenge of running. I really do. And it's pretty cool to me. It's more of a head game than anything else. And I just wanted to finish. There's people out there, the guys that I ran with, they're pretty dedicated and they run for time. Me, I cruise. I'm like an old Chevy with a good soundtrack. I'm going around the block one more time because the song isn't done. That's me. So it took me a minute to finish, but I finished and I wanted to finish. That was my only goal going into it. You run through beautiful parts of the city and you're literally with, I don't know, 10,000 people, and you're all moving in the same direction with the same goal. And it's it's a pretty cool experience. I'm fortunate I could still do that. And it's just, it's pretty cool. But as I got into the higher miles, on my soundtrack, I had a fellow by the name of Griffinstein, and I had a couple of his songs come on, as well as another artist from the Bay called Blase. And man, I don't know, just from that part of the country, the music just gets going and you keep going. I think a good part of running is a good soundtrack. You got to have it. You really do. Because if you don't have a good soundtrack, you're listening to your feet, you're listening to other people, and, it just makes the time go by a lot quicker. But speaking of Griffinstein, he has a podcast that I listen to, and it's called How Do You View You? Okay? I really like this podcast. It's gritty. It's gritty. It's real. It's people from the community talking about problems in the community as well as solutions. And I think a lot of times when topics come up, there's never a solution. Everybody knows how to complain and bitch, but very few people know how to fix things or how to progress from their current situation. And in these interviews, that he does on his show, people talk about everyday problems and problems that you may not even consider. But they also talk about solutions and how to overcome certain things, and self-empowerment, knowledge is power, things like that. I really like it. Like I said, it's pretty gritty because it's real. It's very real. If you're into looking the other way and not trying to see life as it is, trying to see this make-believe bubble, it's probably not for you. But if you like realism and just raw life, it's a really good podcast to listen to. I'll leave a link in the description. I listen to him on Spotify, and it's a really good one. As well as secret societies. If you're into that, like I said, I'm a history buff. I like things. secret societies, they have a podcast and they do pretty good research. And they're not like Ancient Aliens where, what if aliens came down and ate a Hershey bar and then, no. They do actual research that's based in as much truth as possible. Considering these secret societies, you can't just knock on the door and be like, hey, what's really going on? But it's really good. Each club or group that they do is usually 2 parts. So it's pretty exciting. Those 2 podcasts cover a wide variety of people. And, if you got the time or you're on a long drive or something like that, go ahead and listen to them. Also, too, Cigar Chingon. I listen to. It's a great podcast when it comes to cigars. That, too, it's very real. There's not a lot of fluff. It's just really good interviews, really interesting information, things like that. I don't like messing with things that waste my time. I really don't. And things that hold my interest, it's either real history or, I'm not going to say anything nasty or anything like that because that's not me. Just saying. Anyways, before I lose you. But yeah, check out these podcasts. I'm going to put them in the link and check them out. Let me know what you think in the comments or cigarchingon@gmail.com. You can get me anytime and I'll get back to you as soon as I get the messages and whatnot. But yeah, everybody stay safe out there. Be careful if you travel with that corona stuff going around, everything else. Stay active in your communities. Go out there and vote. Don't be dumb. And don't believe everything you read on Facebook. Man, when I was reading that World Health Organization, I see some of this stuff on Facebook, Instagram, things like that. And it's just, like I had mentioned a couple of episodes back, we used to have the National Enquirer. And you'd read that, and they were the most stupid stories, and people would believe them. There was always somebody in your neighborhood that would believe that stuff was true. And you know who I'm talking about. There was always one. Now, with social media and everybody's access to it, there's 1,000 in your neighborhood, okay? So just be smart. We still got books in libraries. Utilize it, You can spend like $5 for the year and you can read anything you want, or download it on whatever app or anything like that. But knowledge is power, folks. It really is. I don't like preaching, but man, knowledge is power. Okay? Stupidity makes you vulnerable. Don't be that fool. All right? You see it nowadays on the TV. I hate talking about this, but man, it is from the moment I get up to the moment I go to bed, I got to hear these news channels talk about God knows what and so and blah, 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 blah. The big word of the day is socialism. We are too close to the Cold War to even be talking about socialism. And if you don't know what the Cold War is, like I said, ignorance makes you vulnerable. Yeah, it's just crazy, folks. But if you're going to go party on St. Patty's Day, everybody be safe. Drink responsibly. Don't be dumb. Keep it covered. That's right. And enjoy this baseball season. Enjoy the food, everything that goes along with it. Go Cowboys. Stay strong. Stay loyal. That's right. 49ers got robbed. I'm just saying. Just saying, folks. And Oakland Raiders, you need to go back to Oakland. Because I'm not even going to say the name of that city, even though I love that city. It's pretty cool. If you've ever been to that city, it's damn good. Just don't buy no food on the strip. It's ridiculous. Hamburger, fries, and a soda is like $50. Don't do it. Don't do it at all. In fact, if you're in that city where the Raiders reside now, there's a taco stand called, Tacos El Gordo Oh my God. If you've never had a taco, that is a place to go. I'm telling you, I'll leave a link. I will leave a link. And if you're in the city of Las Vegas, that's where you go. And if you go there, I want to know what you thought. Some of the best damn food ever. It's got the tacos where you eat it and then you're smelling your fingers later, like, you know, you were back in high school. Some of you, I'm just saying. But some of the best food ever. But Raiders, you don't belong there. You belong in Oakland. All right? That's it, folks. That's it for today. Like I said, keep your eyes open for that video. I'm making a video for the marathon, whatnot, and I should have some interviews with some of the runners, their account of it, and whatnot. Also, too, I got that interview coming up. So any tattoo questions, please bring them out now. I know it's been a while. Like I said, life got busy, got a lot of things going on. And man, only one camera, only one me. You know what I'm saying? I got, like I said, my production team just keeps me busy, keeps me looking good, folks. That's right. If you don't look good, we don't look good. Know what I'm saying? But until then, hey, next episode, put your name in the comments. What else? What else do you do? You can email me personally. Also, too, if you're brand new, welcome to the nation. I know you're sitting there thinking, what the hell did I just watch? But welcome to the nation, the Toilet Talk Nation. You're part of a big thing. This is underground. This is the most underwatched YouTube channel in the continental US. I'm telling you right now, you are part of the biggest underground movement since, I can't even say. That's how underground it is, all right? You're here at the first step, all right? And we're not even there yet. Started from the bottom, and I don't like that song. You know what I'm saying? All right, folks. I'll see you next time. Peace.